Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 89 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. Let's start with the progress report. As you can see, my net worth plus that of the corporation is now at 198 billion ISK. Looking at the value here, the tracker here, you can see that we had a very good week of progression. I told you last week that we had asset being moved around, so that kind of explained the plus 10 bill for this week. The progression is almost entirely a toy company. Personally, I didn't spend that much time in game. I played maybe like 6-7 hour of EVE during the entire week, so I logged in about like an hour every day, but I didn't get that much time. I was busy with a lot of family stuff this week. So still, I did manage to climb a little bit, but most of the progression is actually the corp, the alliance increase in net worth. So that's pretty much it for the progress report. Let's go on the HR part. HR here. You can see that we are now at 308 member in the alliance. That is 2 less from last week. We did have some attrition, some new members, some people leaving. Clean up of inactive members, so that's pretty much we're pretty much on number are pretty much stable this week. We do seem to have a little more active pilot online, which is good. So all in all, I would say that it's HR is doing okay right now. We got new application, which is good. We'll see. One good positive thing is that I'm actually in discussion with 2 corp. One which is actually seriously considering joining WOMP. So we might have a little boost of membership, like something significant that will move the needle in number of member in the alliance. So we'll see. Right now we're at a point where we're discussing how it would work for them and what we require of a member corp and what they want to do and stuff like that, just to see if it's a good match. Because anytime you take a corp into your alliance, it's basically it's kind of like dating. You get to see if there's a compatibility and if there's a good fit. We've had our share of both good and bad experience in WOMP in the past. So obviously I want to try to avoid the bad experience and make sure that we're transparent with what our goals are, what their goals are, and so that all the members from both sides get the best possible EVE experience if they decide to join WOMP. So we'll see how this goes. That will be probably we'll have news in the upcoming week. So that's it for HR. Battle report or war. Coalition again is not in. We did have a State of the Alliance last week where we are supposed to start active operation against fire, but we didn't get that many coalition fleet against them, at least not during my time zone. I did pull a few interesting battle reports. So this one where we had this one where I was there, which was a fight against NSH. Again, these typically these battle will happen a few times during the week. This one was an interesting battle in Shurasama. For I think we were defending an Astra house. We didn't succeed in defending them, but we did kill a bunch of fighters because they had carriers attacking the station. So we did kill a bunch of fighters there. This one is another one where we had a few people, and that turned into a big cap fight between Snuffed and Fraternity. We only have a few people there. I wasn't there personally, but it looked like an interesting battle, so I want to show the report to see that sometime even a smaller group like us get to participate in these battle, which is always fun. The next few one was the typical people robbing the SS, which sometime work well for us. And sometime work not as well for us. But we do form up, we do defend. We don't win them. We don't win all the time. We don't lose all the time. And this one was actually a pretty cool fight that we had just before I made this video. So that's why I'm recording it a little bit later than usual. We had a roaming gang of frigate in the pocket, so we did form up to try and catch them. Fight turned in our favor, obviously. We might have overshipped a little bit, but we had people, that's what they wanted to fight, and so we showed up and we'll fight like this. This is like typical evening in the pocket. You get these roam gang, you get these small gang stuff like this. Is like small fleet 10 against 10 or more or less these things we get often enough. So that's pretty much covered the entire war side. Well, it's not really war. It's more content fighting than actual war because we're not actively trying to kick anybody out, and vice versa. We're not hitting anybody's structure, so it's more content fight right now that we're working. On the industrial side, we are still working on setting up our market hub. I told you last week that we did get all the other services. So right now our big focus is getting ready to set up a large structure to have a market hub, a local market. We are about, I would say, 50% done in there. I'm expecting it probably in 2 weeks. So it's coming as soon as we can. The good thing is it's going to be something that we do ourselves. So hopefully we'll have that anchor soon, which will change our life a little bit, because right now, I mean, having lived in Pureblind where we did get one, and even in Geminate we did have a local market hub, right now we were in a state where we weren't really comfortable anchoring a large structure initially. We are much more settled in right now, so we do think that it could be a good time now to do it, and it will allow us to actually work, especially for ammo, drones and stuff like that. Working with a local market hub instead of setting up contract is a lot simpler. So yeah, obviously that will be a very important comfort improvement in our pocket. So this should happen soon. Aside from that, well, we are very much anticipating what will be announced with the end of scarcity, to see if it makes building capital ship more interesting. In the meantime, T2 ships are a lot more interesting to build. We do have the entire setup for that, and we are starting to build our pipeline for that. So rigs are coming in. We improve our structure, our rigs, to improve our efficiency each week. So hopefully this will keep progressing. I might do an episode. I'm not sure if I want to keep that upsec or not, like the exact setup, like what we're building, the pipeline that we have, because we got a real interesting setup where one of our system is dedicated to producing fuel block, the other one is dedicated to produce T1 ship and eventually capital, and the other system is dedicated for T2, and we do have all our structures set up there so that we can optimize and minimize the amount of material that we have to transfer between station. So it is a very nice roadmap that we have. I'll check to see how how much public. I need to think about it, just how I can do the detail, because obviously if you start advertising the rig you have on your structure, people will eventually decide that they might do be nice kills. So so we'll see what we'll do with that. That's pretty much it. It was like, again, I wasn't in the game as much this week. Pretty busy, and also I really need to get to set myself some goal, because when you do have something that you're working toward actively, it kind of makes you log in more. Right now, I'm in a kind of a comfortable place in Eve, where I have what I want. I do have regular content, easy enough on my doorstep, manageable content at a good level. I'm financially, I would say, pretty comfortable. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I need to get myself new goals and new ambitious goal. So what I was thinking is, well, I'm at 50 bill right now, so I want to get myself to 60 bill liquid disk, just to keep raising that amount of liquid disk, because I'm a firm believer in cash is king. Always nice to have a big buffer. And I also want to get myself a carrier. I got almost all the skill to be able to fly it, so I'm pretty specialized in combat ship. So getting myself in a carrier would be something to look forward to. I did have my Moros at a time, and I didn't. I sold it before coming here, just to travel light. But getting myself a carrier, I think that a carrier get to actually use it more, because you can use it for ratting. Again, not sure about this, but that's something I'm working toward as a personal goal. At the alliance level, what I would like to do once we set up our market hub, because that is really our top priority, is to actually increase the amount that we're contributing to the coalition. Right now, we're sending, typically, depending on the time zone, between 5 and 15 people to coalition fleet. I would like to get to a point where we send regularly 20-25 people to coalition fleet, to become a bigger part of the Wrecking Crew coalition. Because, well, first, I believe in returning the favor. I mean, these guys have helped us out a lot when we were down, and they allow us to get back on our feet. So I want to return the favor as much as possible, and that's a good benchmark to measure yourself. Because I'm sure that if we would have to have like a strat up for WOMP, we could probably get those 25-30 people easy. But on coalition ping, where we don't have like tons of warning beforehand, it's people that are there, and we kind of have to whip the troop a little bit to get people to go there. I think that a regular contribution of 25 member would be something good to shoot for, and it's a good benchmark to measure yourself as a contributing member of a coalition, because you don't really have those the same flexibility in your foreign policy. We're pretty much aligned with what the coalition is doing, which is okay. I mean, it's part of being part of you're part of a team, so you play as part of the team. So that's pretty much my goal right now. So it's really a recruitment goal for the alliance, and for me, it's getting a new ship and getting some more money. So that's about it. Pretty calm week. We'll see how it goes in the future. It has been calm. If you look at the average people online, like, okay, 19K average over the past 36 hours. Over the last week, 21K. So that's, I don't know how much of that is the summer, but if you look at the 6 month, you see that there was like a big drop, and we're still at that low point here. It did climb a little bit, but we're not as low as we were like middle of the summer, but I'm not sure how much it has picked up. So we'll see, I guess, in the following week. And I think when they announce the end of scarcity, depending on what form it take, we might get like something that is a little more active with the amount of player that we have. Because right now you can see that it is a little bit slow. We're doing pretty good. We've managed to hold our number and even actually still grow in a period where the amount of players seem to be a little bit shrinking. So hopefully when summer ends and if people come back to the game, we'll be in a good position to offer them a great place to play and have fun in the game. So that's pretty much it. That's what I had for you this week, and hope you guys enjoy and see you next week. Bye bye.